At the far end of Petite Côte, a stretch of coast in Senegal, lies a sleepy fishing village called Joal-Fadiouth. Joal lies on the mainland, while Fadiouth, linked by a narrow 400-meter wooden footbridge, lies on an island built entirely of seashells. For more than a century, its inhabitants have been harvesting molluscs, scooping the meat out and using the empty shells to make their little island. The seashells have accumulated over many years and held together by the roots of mangroves, reeds, and giant baobabs. Heaps of empty shells lie everywhere, on streets and building facades and on trinkets sold by street hawkers, and are incorporated seamlessly into the architecture as well. Although Fadiouth's origin story has been lost to time, the Guelowar people from the Kaabu Empire likely settled there between the 16th and 18th centuries. The Senegal people, to whom the majority of people in Joal-Fadiouth can trace their roots, however, most likely began moving to the area before that time. These days, it is a community of over 40,000 people practicing an informed management of their local resources. There are no cars or even motorbikes on the island. Goods and necessities are transported on foot or with donkey carts and pirogues. What's more remarkable than over 40,000 people living on an artificial seashell island is the strong social fabric that permeates Fadiouth, allowing for an interreligious cooperation that is rarely seen, well, anywhere. Christians, the majority on the island, worship alongside Muslims, and daily life makes considerations for Mass as well as Muslim prayer times. Many families are mixed religion. The cemetery for the island's inhabitants allows for both Christian and Muslim burials. The majority of people in Senegal practice Islam, and separate cemeteries for both religions are common throughout the country, including right across the water in Joal. But this cemetery is a place where people of all faiths have peacefully been laid to rest. There is a mosque that pays tribute to El Hajj Umar Tal, as well as the burial site of the first Christian missionary who died in Senegal. Born on the other side of the estuary from Fadiouth in Joal, Léopold Sédar Senghor became Senegal's first president after the country gained independence in 1960. He is famous for saying that Senegal is 95% Muslim, 5% Christian, and 100% animist. Although the people of Fadiouth probably identify as either Christian or Muslim, the villagers still carry out many traditional practices of the Senegal people. This community has been tolerant of other religions for centuries. In the 17th century, a small group of Jewish people from Portugal lived in Fadiouth, since nearby Joal was a significant trading hub. In Fadiouth, they were free to practice their religion and trade peacefully with nearby African and colonial powers. Fadiouth remains a refreshing display of peace on a coastline that has been marked by religious conflict. In the village, mixed religion families are not uncommon. Churches and mosques exist for the community as a whole. When it comes time to fundraise for and participate in religious events, everyone, regardless of religion, joins in on the celebration. Today, 90% of the 5,000 people living in Fadiouth practice Christianity, which is uncommon in Senegal. Pigs freely roam the town, which is also an unexpected sight in a majority Muslim country where most people do not eat pork. But regardless of your religion, will always be welcomed with open arms in Fadiouth. Like in many African nations, 36 different languages are spoken in Senegal, and the locals practice multiple religions and come from incredibly diverse ethnic groups. Various factors make Senegalese society more tolerant than the cultures of neighboring countries, from the way that the government is structured to how race is perceived. Fishing and tourism power the local economy. Both are organized in a way that many other places could benefit from. There are catch limits and seasonal periods when certain fish and molluscs can't be harvested. Certain fish also need to be a minimum size before they are caught. When the marine protection areas of Senegal were formed, the government proposed a 6-month nighttime fishing ban in the area. The fishermen of Joal-Fadiouth turned around and advocated for an 8-month ban. Unfortunately, powerful multinational fishing conglomerates are putting an enormous burden on the fragile marine ecosystem of the Petite Côte, and more robust international efforts may be needed to save this crucial fishery. The many souvenir shops on the island. Vendors sit next to their wares, and the prices are placed alongside each item. The shop owners may greet, but there is no hard sell, nor are there any deceptive Turkish carpet shop marketing traps. It's an incredibly refreshing experience. In addition to being the birthplace of Léopold Sédar Senghor, Senegal's first president, Fadiouth is also home to the champions of the most popular sport in Senegal, wrestling. One heavyweight in particular, Yekini, went undefeated for nearly 2 decades.